at Skelton Hour, show 1717. Sheriffs are bought. Tape date 1/29/30, 1968, and air date May 7th, 68.
CBS presents this program in color.
From Television City in Hollywood.
The Red Skelton Hour. Roll out the tables, bring on the girls. Company is coming tonight.
Slip on the sables, pick out the pearls. Company is coming tonight.
Better get the trays full of canapes. If the turkey's done, we can start the fun. Fix the people up with a cheery cup of brew. Company is coming tonight, and it's you. Our guest star, Burl Ives. Our special guest star, Lulu. David Rose and his orchestra, the Alan Copland singers, the Tom Hansen dancers. And here he is, Red Skelton.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I feel good tonight. You know, I was just backstage thinking, I've been in show business now over 40 years, and every week it's a big thrill to come out like this. 40 years I've been in show. I probably loused up more stages than Jesse James. I don't like to brag, but I once sang a duet with Kate Smith. Kate Smith would look at me and she'd sing, "All of me, why not take all of me?" And I had to make 2 trips. I've done a lot of things in show business, though, like during the Depression, back in Philadelphia and Camden, New Jersey, I was with walkathons as master of ceremonies. You remember the endurance contest? You remember those things, the walkathons, the marathons? Couples used to dance together for 3 and 4 weeks at a time, or months at a time. Now they don't stay married that long. Especially in Hollywood. Hey, there was a guy walked into his home in Beverly Hills, and he says to the little boy, "I'm your new father." Kid says, "It's nice to meet you. You want to sign my visitor's book?" And then I was in burlesque, too. I was in burlesque. There's where you learn acting. Well, it wasn't exactly acting. You just pretend you wasn't looking. And one night, the star of our show, Gypsy Rose Lee, was arrested, see? So I went down to the courthouse. I says, "The Judge, Your Honor, you can't arrest this poor innocent girl. She was covered from head to toes." He says, "I saw the show, and they were goose pimples." You know, a lot of funny things happen in theaters. I wish something right now would come along. No, but there were 2 guys sitting in the theater once, and you know the big fire curtain that says asbestos on the front of it in the theaters? Well, these 2 guys are sitting there. This one guy says, "I think I've seen this show Asbestos before." The other guy says, "Don't be so ignorant. That's a Latin word, means you're welcome." But I play now. They tell me thousands and millions of people are watching. I used to play theaters that were so small they wouldn't let you take a bow. You'd get dandruff in the lobby. Hey, I played Patterson, New Jersey once. This is a true story. I played Patterson, and you know, when you play a theater, you want the manager to think you're doing well, see? And after the first show, actors usually draw money, see? So this guy knocked on the door, and he says, "I have some money for you." I says, "You don't have to pay me till I'm through." He says, "You're through." And then they're talking about little theaters I played. I walked in this one theater, and I said to the manager, I wouldn't even think I was a big shot. So I said, "Now, I'll need a rehearsal in the morning at 10 o'clock. I'll need the stage manager, the property man, the electrician, and the spotlight man at 10 o'clock in the morning." The manager says, "I'll be there." And you know, you can't just get in show business. You got to have a booking agent, and they won't take just anybody if they don't know you. So I went into this one office in Chicago at the Woods Theater building, and I walk in the first day, and the booking agent looked up and he went, Next day I go in, the secretary's sitting there, and she goes. Next day I go in, there's nobody in the office, and the gate's going. And I used to lie to get my jobs. I used to lie to get a job. The manager say, the booking agent rather would say, "What shows you been in?" I says, "Dinner at 8." He says, "I saw Dinner 8 last night. You wasn't in it." I says, "I ate early." And a lot of actors used to be in vaudeville are now in politics. George Murphy. I work with George Murphy in vaudeville. And he's now a senator, you know. And there was a guy in vaudeville, that a magician, used to go through the audience and he'd borrow money. He'd say, "Give me a $10 bill," and disappear. And a $50 bill, disappear. A $100 bill, disappear. You know what he does now? He's a tax collector in California. I got one. Gertrude and Heathcliff, the two seagulls. It says, "Say, what do you think?" "What do you say? Let's go over to the theater and see that picture about the stool pigeon." She says, "A picture about a stool pigeon? What picture is that?" He says, "William Tell." Hey, you know, a lot of times actors come out on the stage and they're laughing and they're full of good spirits and everything. But did you ever try to figure out what goes on before they come on? We're actually scared to death before we come out in front of the cameras or in front of an audience. Now, let's pretend this is the stage from here to here, and that's what they call a proscenium. This is off stage, and that's off stage. I'd like to show you what happens with the actors back there. Now, they have a little peek hole that they look through. They see the audience before they come out. Because if you didn't, you'd be scared to death altogether. This is what happens. They stink.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our musical guest, Lulu.
Better get your old tuxedo pressed. Better sew a button on your vest. 'Cause tonight you gotta look your best. Lulu, Lulu's back in town. You can tell the boys I'm fancy free. From the British Isles across the sea. First they sent you Twiggy, now it's me. Lulu, Lulu's back in town. There's a sound in the air of a mad model fair. Give a call and I'll be there. I brought the proper gown.
We can have the party of the year. Everyone should know you landed here.
Pass the word along to Paul Revere. Lulu, Lulu's back in town. Thanks to you, one and all, for this mad, crazy ball. Through the years I will recall the model coming down.
Anytime you're in the USA, we shall roll the
Red Skelton as Sheriff Deadeye, and Burl Ives in Sheriffs Are Bought, Not Made.
For the last time, Deputy, I demand to see Sheriff Deadeye. I'm talking to you. I want to see the sheriff.
You made me lose my place.
The sheriff's got no right locking me up. All I did was refuse to kiss him goodnight.
Well, that is an 803, resisting an officer. Now, if you want to get out of here, you better start practicing your pucker. It's a bank holdup! And there's Sheriff Deadeye right on the job. He's cutting through the ladies' dress shop. He's gonna go out the back way and surprise them.
I didn't even get a chance to get on the dollar day of sale. I figured them robbers wouldn't shoot at me if I was a lady, you know.
But you've got a mustache.
Well, have you seen the women in this town? Only the single ones are smooth shaven, you know.
Did I? You're a coward from the top of your head to the tip of your feet.
Oh, and don't you forget it. That's where it stops, you know. What's that? Good heavens! There's that bandit out there. I'm going to arrest him, or you can call me 100% chicken.
Well, shall I call you chicken?
Does this answer your question?
I'm going to shoot you, Sheriff.
Now, wait now. Before you shoot me, I'm entitled to one last request.
Yeah, what is it?
Don't shoot. Now, before I leave this town, I want to make sure that I'm leaving a good, clean town behind.
With you gone, it will be.
Yeah. Proud of that, ain't you? Huh? Yeah.
Let me out. You won't be sorry.
At my age, I'm full of sorry. Here. Yeah.
When I strut out of here, you grab his 45.
I'd rather grab you a 38, 22, 36. Never be a success. There's too many working parts. You know? Now get in there. Get in there. In there. Sorry about that. Don't apologize for me. Tell CBS.
Sheriff, the maid forgot to clean up in here.
Yeah, that's using your head. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Go away, the sheriff's in conference.
Yeah.
I'm Big Pappy Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed?
Big Pappy Tumbleweed?
Yeah.
That's me. I'm rough and I'm tough and I shoot from the hip.
Shoot from the hip. From your hip?
No, from yours. I can't reach mine. I see you got a prisoner.
Yeah, he's a bank robber. He's nothing but a low-down, dirty, no-good skunk.
That skunk happens to be my baby son.
Oh, he's a cute little stinker, isn't he? What are you doing in there, boy? Well, I think I found out what he's doing in there.
Well, he's no bank robber. He's a good boy. When he dies, he's going to heaven.
The way he's built, he's halfway there now.
To prove my boy is innocent, I'll take his place in jail if you let him out to catch the real robber.
Oh, well, as the man said to the hula dancer, that's a pretty good shake.
I want to talk to my boy.
That's what the hula dancer.
You hear me? I said I want to talk to my boy.
Oh, yeah, so hurry up. Don't let the cold air in
Wait
there.
a minute. I didn't say sing. I didn't say sing. I want to talk.
Oh, sorry.
Son, I want you to go out there and find them bank robbers. You're my young'un, I'm your old'un. And we're going to clear the good name of the tumbleweeds because like I always say, Jimmy crack corn and I don't care, Jimmy crack corn. Who put rubber strings on this
They told me he was going to try to sneak that in there. Now get in there. Get in there, you varmint.
All right, here I get.
Yeah, there you are. Now, if there's any corn to be cracked around here, I'm going to be doing it. But that's my racket. Now, I don't want any tricks from you. No tricks at all.
No rubber strings.
No rubber strings.
Well, don't you worry about me.
Get out of here. Oh, for heaven's sake.
Here you go, Pappy. I brought you a loaf of bread because I thought you might get...
Wait a minute. I check all things that goes into the cell. Let go of that.
I want my bread.
I'll give you a bread. We get... What kind of bread is this, anyhow? Oh, my gooms. Oh, my gooms.
Too bad, Sheriff. You must have bit into a tough caraway seed.
Yeah. Things are looking kind of suspicious around here. You're trying to pull something.
Who? Little old me?
No, big old you. Yeah.
Sheriff, did I?
Yeah.
There's smoke coming out of the old Wahoo mine.
Out of where?
Out of the old Wahoo mine. And there ain't been nobody in there for years.
You almost didn't get in here for years either. You hear that? There's somebody in the old Wahoo mine.
Yeah, must be the real bank robber hiding out in there.
Yeah?
I will go capture him and flip me out of here.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
I know that you're the law, Deadeye. If I offer you a bribe, what would you give me?
Would you consider a receipt? Okay. Now you gotta. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you out, but I'm going to handcuff you to me.
There's a hidden vein of gold in that mine. I'll show you where it is if you let me out of here.
I'm gonna handcuff you to me. And you can hitchcuff you.
Hitchcuff. How are we going to get rid of this?
I don't know, but wearing the same charm blazes don't mean that we're engaged. Main floor, old rocks, bats, lizards, snakes, and ladies' underwear.
Ladies' underwear? Where do you get ladies' underwear?
Any general store. Where do you get your panties?
Pennies?
I tell you, this looks like Dracula's rumpus room after Phyllis Dillard's been here.
Well, come on. That bank robber's got to be around here someplace. Come on around here. On my side.
What's over on your side?
I am.
Oh, well, that's good.
Maybe her down here.
Yeah, we better find out first. Hello?
Hello?
Anybody down there?
Anybody up there?
How come you don't say what I say?
I don't make that kind of money.
Let's find out who's in there.
Oh, remember, curiosity killed the cat.
Okay, kitty cat, let's go.
you see anything?
No.
Well, then I don't have to open my eyes. Let's get out of here.
Deadeye,
Yeah?
are we still handcuffed together?
Yeah?
Well, now, how come your arm's on my shoulder?
That's funny. I was going to ask you the same question. Say, what'd they do? Move all the fat over to one side?
Great balls afar, it's Twiggy.
Do something.
Do something.
Do something.
Give me cracked corn and I don't care. Let's get rid of this thing.
Get rid of it. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Yeah. You got a doggy bag? We can take it home with us. Well, you're not the first one was left up in the air at CBS, I'll tell you that. Let's get out of these handcuffs.
All right, let's get out of them. You got us in, so you can get us out.
All right, here, give me the chisel there. Give me the chisel. Where is it? Right here, here. Here, I got the chisel and this thing. Here, you hold the chisel.
I hold it here.
Here, now give it to me.
Right on this big rock here.
Yeah. Put your hand down.
All right, hand down on the big rock.
Well, that's the dirtiest trick I've ever played on myself. Now I know how Gabby Hayes got that way.
Hey, looks like your mouth's good for something.
Yeah. Good heavens, Howard Hughes. No wonder he never wants to come out.
Come on. Let's go find that robber.
I ain't moving another step until you tell me where that vein of gold is.
It's a deal. The vein of gold is right behind them rocks.
Right behind them rocks. Okay. Now, everything's going smooth now.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Oh!
The rock hit my foot.
It said, oh, there on the card.
That's mine, too.
Well, did you find anything in there?
Yeah, gold.
Gold, eh?
There ain't no gold in here.
Then somebody's been there before you if they ain't.
Yeah, and I know where the gold went, too. There's a picture of General de Gaulle.
Charlie got it.
Charlie.
What's that?
Sounds like Johnny Winter's going to lunch. Oh, it sounds like a girl.
She must be wearing a crazy charm bracelet.
Ghost of the Wahoo mine, I am the ghost of the Wahoo mine.
Now's your chance. Sing with her.
I can't help her, she's out of key. Besides, I haven't got my ribs.
Take it off. Take it off.
With a girl like that around, what am I doing hugging you?
Now I know why they call this place the Wahoo.
Go away, leave the mine, go away.
Oh, I'm going to stay. I come to dig, and I dig you the most.
They sure starched that sheet in the right places, didn't they?
I tell you what, you show me your laundry mark, and I'll show you mine.
Cool it, boys, you're wasting your time. I've been dead for 200 years here in Dodge City.
She must have died with Dodge fever, huh? Boy, there's still a lot of life left under that old sheet, though, I'll tell you that.
What's that?
Oh, it's the ghost of Paul Revere.
To arms! To arms!
Good heavens, the red sheets are coming.
Deadeye, The answer to that mystery is down in that tunnel.
I just saw it going down in that tunnel.
A man's got to be a coward not to go down there.
That's my excuse. What's yours?
But I ain't scared. You and I know that there's no such a thing as ghosts.
There is no such thing as a ghost. Here.
Hold it. He ain't no ghost. Anything 7 feet high around here's got to be one of us tumbleweeds. That's my son. That's my son, Mule.
Well, how about that? Let's see what's under this sheet.
Don't you dare.
My baby son, you're the bank robber after all.
I'm sorry, Big Pappy.
Son.
I only did it so that we could get married.
Wait, somebody forgot to make a move.
Son, you committed a crime and you got to pay for it.
You mean?
Yes, I mean. Well, sit down here on this rock and you assume the angle.
And you are going to get the same punishment.
Why? What did I do wrong?
Who cares? Let's spank now. We'll find out later. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest star tonight is a beloved actor and folk singer. He has the greatest sale of records of any artist that we have in the recording business outside of Senator Dirksen. Just before he got in the business. We would like for you to meet now Mr. Burl Ives, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I didn't mean for you to pause. I got a cramp in my hand.
Thanks, Ed. You know, I got a personal problem these days selling my records to the teeny boppers.
The teeny boppers?
Yeah.
You mean they want albums like music to burn your draft cards by?
Yeah, nowadays, you know what sells are those sexy pictures on the album.
Oh.
So I refuse to pose in a bikini.
Hey, is that your guitar, or did your ukulele have a little thyroid condition there?
Well, I tell you, I always have this with me, you know.
Oh.
I was actually born with a guitar in my hand.
Oh, your poor mother. I bet you surprised the doctors.
Yeah, especially when I sang a chorus of Swanee River.
What did he do?
Well, he held me upside down and applauded me.
Say, Burl, you've been in every branch of show business. Now, for old time's sake, how would you like to do a few of the old vaudeville blackouts?
Red, you know, I've always wondered why they called them blackouts.
Well, have you ever seen some of them? It's safer to do them in the dark.
Well, let's try it.
Let's try it. Here we go. That it turned out to be a nice wake after all. Poor old Charlie couldn't get any pallbearers.
Yep, he didn't have a friend in the world.
I wonder how he's going to get to the cemetery. And my mother wanted me to drive a pie wagon. Say, do you do tonsil? Do you do toenails?
Oh, sure, all the time.
Oh, you do, huh? What would you do, my friends? He's outside waiting there.
Oh, gee, I don't know.
Well, I tell you, I'll give you 50 cents extra. He's a pretty big man here in town. He'll do a lot for you.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll go out. I'll tell you. What happened with the photography? Yes, sir, waiter, I've made up my mind. I'm going to have the tomato surprise. Wait a minute, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. Yes, sir, waiter. I've made up my mind. I'm going to have the tomato surprise. We're going to do it again. Yes, sir, waiter, I've made up my mind. I'm going to have the tomato surprise. I'm not going to do it anymore. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Burl Ives will sing one of your favorites, The Little White Duck. And then he will be joined with lovely Lulu and the Alan Copland Singers and the Tom Hansen Dancers.
There's a little white duck sitting in the water, a little white duck a-doing what he oughter. He took a bite of a lily pad, flapped his wings and he said, I'm glad I'm a little white duck sitting in the water. Quack, quack, quack. There's a little green frog swimming in the water, a little green frog a-doing what he oughter. He jumped right off of the lily pad that the little duck bit, and he said, I'm glad I'm a little green frog swimming in the water. Glump, bitty, glump, bitty, glump, bitty, bitty. There's a little black bug floating on the water, a little black bug a-doing what he oughter. He tickled the frog on the lily pad that the little duck bit, and he said, I'm glad I'm a little black bug floating on the water. Chirp, chirp, chirp. There's a little red snake laying in the water, a little red snake a-doing what he oughter. He frightened the duck and the frog so bad, he ate the little bug and he said, I'm glad I'm a little red snake laying in the water. Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. Now there's nobody left sitting in the water, nobody left a-doing what he oughter. There's nothing left but the lily pad. The duck and the frog ran away. I'm sad 'cause there's nobody left sitting in the water. Boo, hoo, hoo. Consider yourself at home.
Consider yourself one of the family.
We've
taken to you so strong.
It's clear we're going to get along.
Consider yourself well in. Consider Consider yourself part of the furniture.
There isn't a lot to spare.
Who cares? Whatever we got to share.
If it's your chance to be, we should see some harder days, empty larder days. Why grouse? Always a chance we'll meet somebody who will foot the bill, and then the drinks are on the house.
Consider yourself our mate. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration, we can state, consider yourself one of us.
Nobody tries to be la-di-da and uppity. There's a cup of tea for all.
Only it's wise to be handy with the rolling pin when the landlord comes to call.
Consider yourself our mate. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration, we can state, consider yourself. Consider yourself. Consider yourself one of us. Quite.
And now the silent spot, starring Red Skelton. Tonight, let's see what happens when Red gets a job making candy in a candy factory.
Ish.
Don't go away. Red will be back in a... Here he is again, Red Skelton.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's difficult to find a proper way to say goodnight to friends after they've been so kind and invite you into their homes for an hour. But our sponsors and staff are sincerely grateful, especially if we've given you but 1 second of happiness. So we'll just say good life to you, and may God bless. Good night, and thank you.
Clear off the table, sweep up the floor. Time for us to send you away. If you are able, join us some more. We'll be back a week from today. So goodbye until the moment when we'll see you all again. To our friends near and far, farewell, au revoir.
This is Art Gilmore speaking.